Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day, a lovely Friday. And with that being said, let's get into the TA. All right, so the first thing I'm going to point out, because it's relevant right now, and we're going to see throughout this video, is this going to play out? Which way is it going to break? It's obviously going to play out one direction or the other, so let's see. But you do have a triple bullish divergence going on the 15-minute RSI, so I am honestly leaning in the bullish direction. Now, I did get into short-term calls. I did cut those calls. On this little bounce right here, I was looking for a bounce for the same exact reasons. So I had this 15-minute bullish divergence. I didn't know about this pattern until like a few minutes ago, but that is there. And then I do want to point out, you do have a hammer candlestick printed off of the 431.85 breakout level. So as of right now, we did just get the break and retest that we were looking for. We actually got that yesterday. That is what held. All right. And today, that is also what printed a hammer. So we do know bulls are stepping up, but we can slip a little bit lower. The other day, I did draw two arrows, one of which was this one right here. It was after, I think it was this candlestick. I think this was in yesterday's video. I drew this big green arrow. This is exactly what I was looking for. All right. It was either going to be this or on QQQ. Now, I did delete this arrow, but that one did look something like, it looks something like that. All right. So I said one of these scenarios is very likely to play out. It's either going to be SPY with the break and retest at 431.85, or you're going to come over here to QQQ and it's going to be the break and retest at 362.95. Now, I also will point out, we're going to declutter the chart real quick. I'm getting all the little things out of the way. The previous video information, previous videos information, what we've been talking about since we got up here into the golden pocket. You know, we're going to declutter the chart with all this, with this arrow, with this golden pocket. Let's talk about it, all right? You did end up stalling at the golden pocket. Sellers did step in. My thumbnail yesterday, I was like, sellers, this is your chance. Or I think sellers, you got to step up, whatever it was. Why did I make that? Because this is going to be your make or break line in the sand. Here on the channel, we did have our line in the sand as 374.50. All right. Why? Because that is going to be the 0.786 fib. And if it's just going to be a retracement, you're going to see sellers step in at the 0.786 fib. If we start getting our head above there and even get a daily close above there, I'm going to have to say we're probably coming back up here to 381. And then guess what? You're going to be broken out. So it's probably going to go something like this. You're probably going to have an explosive move up, come down, then finally get a decent size retest or, retracement here. And then you would probably, honestly, guys, all right, if Fed does decide to just not raise interest rates again, or might I even dare say it, lower interest rates, guys, that could be the catalyst to get the all-time highs. I was looking at that today. I saw something on Twitter. And I was thinking about this, guys. Whatever this way this goes, if it breaks out to the upside here, it's gonna be explosive. You're taking out this high. It's not gonna be into a double top. This is a big consolidation pattern that has taken. How many days are we at, guys? We are at 79 bars, 116 days. That's insane, guys. 120 days, 30 days in a month. Stay with me. We got 4 months. Yeah, 4 months right there. I thought I got it wrong for a second, but nah, it's 120. So I'm just putting it out there, guys. The market is taking its time to decide what direction it's going to move in next, and it's decided up, in my opinion. All right. So now let's finally declutter this chart. All right. That is what we've been talking about. Sellers, this was your chance right here at the golden pocket. You printed a spinning top yesterday. We pointed that out. And then over here in SPY, you have a bearish engulfing candlestick as well. QQ is also a bearish engulfing. Yeah, it's a bearish engulfing candlestick. And then DIA, you had a bearish engulfing candlestick. And then IWM, you also had not a bearish engulfing candlestick, but, a big, fat, ugly red bar there. Continuation bar after the spinning top over there on Wednesday's candlestick. Yeah, I just want to point out, guys, we were looking for that pullback. We got the pullback. Now, I don't think this scenario is actually going to play out. As you see, we're going to come down to the 15-minute time frame. We're still just sitting down here. We're going to see if you can recover this. As of right now, you have a hammer candlestick already printed off this. Congrats if you did play that bounce. All right, you could have, there were things that were popping off over there. All right, 5-minute bullish diverge over there. That is what told me, hey, grab some SPY calls. And QQQ. I played his straddle earlier. Went 2-2 with the the 367 strike, and I ended up selling the puts at 148, I believe it was. And then I doubled down on the calls at 70 cents, and then I got to get out of those at like 93 cents. So it was pretty cool. All right. But I also got to play some short dated SPY calls. I didn't really gain too much off of those. It's a few bucks, but it wasn't, yeah, it's whatever. But I also will say right now, guys, I did start laddering into an 1117 position on SPY. All right. I only got 2 as of right now, but I just want to say, all right, if you get down here to 425, I think that's going to be extremely enticing. Why is that extremely enticing? Well, if you just go right here, where is the golden pocket? It's right here at 425.43. That's why it would be extremely enticing. QQQ would also be moving down to 362.95. I think this is going to be the next buy, because underneath where we have right now, we have very minor resistance, I'm calling it, all right? Minor resistance at 366. As you see, we printed a hammer off that level, so just like SPY, QQ was telling me to get bullish momentarily over here, but then I did not like what I was seeing. All right, I was looking for that pullback when we printed this spinning top. So that was that. Actually, guys, we've been nailing it, all right? And I actually, I'll gloat about this one real quick, all right, guys? And I don't want to come off like a, I don't want to gloat, but we're going to come over here to trade ideas, all right? There were some bad ones, yeah, right here. If we go above here, you know, some of these didn't really work out. But ever since that one, we've been spot on with every single one of them. Insane. All right, I didn't even look back at this until today. So these are, I have my option trades over here, and then I have all of my trade ideas right here. So this is the trade ideas page, and that's literally just the sexiest setups I see. All right, and I'm like, okay, these are the ones worth like, hey, get like 20 to 30 days out and look for a reversal in them, and boy, it's great. All right, so AMD 96, I looked at, you went to like 110 the other day, 111. TSM 85. Well, you were at 95, 96 the other day, I believe. NVIDIA. All right. Where's NVIDIA? 416. All right. Above 421. Where is that going? Oh, now it's 475 or whatever it hit. 470. All right. IWM. All right. What was the trade plan on this one? Wait for the 172.85 retest. All right. Right there of support. Boom. Where did you bottom out at? 171, I think. 170. All right. So then you rode that sucker, 179 or whatever it went up to. Nike. All right. NVIDIA's top watch, Nike and NVIDIA. All right. Over here, 90. You went up to 100 very, very shortly after that. AMD, we ran it back with the break and retest. Boom, bob, bing, 105. Ran to 110 pretty quick right there. I think I rode with 10-20 calls there. QQ Giant both like, this is the most recent one. I think this is going to be a pretty sexy thing. So this is what we're about to get into. That's why I want to declutter the chart. All right, but guys, I saw that real quick and I was like, holy crap, I've been spot on. Just don't even take the option trades. Just take all of the trade ideas. Those are the swing setups. That's what you can like put $1,000 on. I was thinking about it. I was like, I just put $1,000 on each one of these and just only did that. I probably would actually have made, you know, probably similar amount if I only did that, but you know, it would be a lot less stressful. There you go. All right, just taking the swings, and that's honestly what I'm gearing towards, guys. Swing trades. I like them. All right, I like this. I really like this market for swinging. All right, and I do want to point out NQ real quick before we go any further. I pointed out this morning in the morning briefing, you had a head and shoulders formation going on right here. Oh, there we go. We can actually see it better on the hourly time frame. Yeah, there we go. All right, so you did end up breaking down. You had me psyched out there, but guess what? You did, you know, continue your thing. So we did have a topping formation over here, and it does look like everything is, you know, shit's hitting the fan right now. Excuse my French, pardon my French. But, guys, like, honestly, under here, SPY, we're watching 425.43, and then QQQ, what are we watching over here? We're watching 362.95. Those are the next levels we should be paying attention to. Oh, I have the magnet on. That's what's happening. All right. There we go. So we have the golden pocket. All right. That's going to be down here at 361 to 357.60. So that's where buyers, last resort, you have to step in there. So if you start laddering into calls at 362.95 here, just know, all right, that's where you, like, if you're getting the, like, what I'm going to do, 11, 17 calls to ride this thing out, all right, if you're going to start doing that, you would use that as your stop. It's the 0.786. Yes, you would take somewhat of a loss, right? But what you can do is you can start laddering into them, wait for that sign of strength. We're probably going to consolidate a little bit. You're probably going to get like a hammer one day. So, you know, if you start just laddering into calls out of nowhere, just like all into calls, just realize probably going to suffer some theta. That's why I recommend 1117 if you're going to try and do this. I think this is a very appealing setup, and I will take this. I'll take it 10 out of 10 times, 100 out of 100 times. Look at this thing, guys, all right? I've taken plenty of setups similar, all right? But this is pretty supreme, all right? Let's just delete. Let's pretend that other trend line's not there. Well, look at this, all right? Let's delete this top one. You guys see what I see? All right, would this not be so sexy? Also, 50% retracing right here at 362.95, the break and retest level right there. Boom, bop, bing, boo, pow. All right, we can actually clean up our chart again because you lost support over here underneath 369.15. That was the support you were trying to reclaim over here. You did. You printed a hammer candles off of there, but then guess what? This is crazy, all right? I cut my puts, I think, when we were at 366.50 or 367. Now they're at 634. All right, so that's something. What did I cut these at? QQQ 367. Put a couple 474. Jesus, I don't care. All right, I think I got in at 220, so that was a dub. All right, I love guys sold out of the longs right at the top. That was something. You know, that was real cool. Look at this, guys. So we're going to probably have increasing volume on the day because it's 1:28 p.m. right now, Eastern Standard Time. So guess what, guys? And also, when you broke down, why do I have this alert there? You broke support. That told me we're going to go down to the next support. The next support was going to be right over here, 366. That was your minor support I was talking about. You printed a hammer. Once you got under there, guess what? Next support is 362.95. So I do think that is where we're heading. I'm just pointing that out. That's where I'm going to take my next stab at calls here, right? I only got 2 SPY calls right now. Still got Amazon. You know, still got Baba. We're chilling. But again, I like the 1117 expiration because, guys, this is probably going to take some time to play out here. But now that brings me to why I think it's going to, you know, happen probably in the next trading session too. We're probably going to hit a bottom or start consolidating so VIX can cool off here. And then we could keep going, but it's going to go something like this, all right? And guys, I'm not saying this because I'm a permabull. I'm saying this because I've been in this market. I may be, you know, considered a noob, but I got 2 to 3 years of experience, 2 years of like serious experience. I've been doing these YouTube videos for like a year now, at least. Losing my breath over here. I've seen like how this thing behaves, guys. You get over 65, it's a few trading sessions, all right? Unless you're crashing like you got over here in March 2020, and then you have bear market, all right? This is when everyone is panicking. This very start of the bear market when you're topping process over there. So unless you get a lot of panic like that, and you're getting like really a crash, you actually got inverse head and shoulders right here on the RSI. See that? Do you guys see what I'm outlining here? You got that, but guess what? You actually, do we have that? Right there. You do have a big inverse headed shoulders. Let's put that on the chart right now, all right? So I'm not saying this because I'm a permabull. I'm saying this because VIX's RSI is probably going to cool off, and then it's probably going to do that, all right? But I do think we're going to cool off here and get a pullback to the, you know, move down at least relatively soon within the next few trading sessions, right? Does it have to happen on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday? No, it doesn't. We could crash, all right? I don't think that's going to happen, though. I'm just going to do what I do all the time. I see these conditions, all right? We're going to say we're probably going to bottom within a few trading sessions. That's what that's telling me. Also, VIX is up 23% right now. I will say that. You got panic going on right now, and I don't really know what that is about, all right? I saw a thing about TLT short squeeze, all right, guys? Maybe TLT is going to start short squeeze, all right? What's going on with things right now? Why are we dying? What's going on? I don't know. All right. Oh, is the XY going nuts or something? I don't know, guys. Things aren't too bad. I don't know why VIX is up 23%. Maybe we are going to crash. I don't know. But yeah, I'm looking for it. We're probably going to have like 1 or 2 more down days, and then we're probably going to bottom. So that's why I'm saying that, you know, it might not be too bad of an idea to ladder into calls. 1117 though, that's all I'm saying. Right here, you're up, and then boom, you just consolidated here, I'm guessing, on SPY, and boom, you started resuming your uptrend on SPY the next day. 24%, boom, you start consolidating. So, you know, I'm looking for either the VIX to consolidate and this RSI to cool off, and then boom, you can have another leg up. It would go something like this. And then you actually, that would be so perfect, guys. That's exactly what we're looking for. All right, right here. First of all, I do think it would go down like that. You'd probably get a bearish divergence, just like we got over here, guys. All right, so these are what marked the last two significant moves down. Let me just mark them in case you cannot see that. Right here, you had this bearish divergence going on right there, and then you had this one going on right there, and that is what told us we're going to have that. If we get this, maybe it goes something like that. All right, everyone's panicking. It hits like 24, 25. Boom, all right? That's going to be a divergence right there in itself. All right, sorry, I'm trying to draw right there. All right, I'm not the best drawer, but there we go. So you see what I'm getting at? I think we're probably going to start cooling off, but am I saying we're going to stop falling right now? No, I told you guys we're looking for either the 431.85 retest to hold or the 362.95 retest to hold. And worst case scenario for the bulls, this is exactly what we're looking for. This is like your last resort add. You start adding maybe here, you know, in the golden pocket. That's last resort. But again, SPY, I would be adding more on SPY right there, but also QQ as the bull flag. So that's something to keep in mind too. But here on SPY, if you do end up extending all the way down here, all right, you get right here in the middle of the golden pocket. Last add, 425.43. 1117 calls is what I'm going to be doing. I think that would be a move. IWM, what are we looking at over here for any IWM traders? First things first, if you come down here and you break the low of this, you broke the head of the inverse head and shoulders. It's no longer an inverse head and shoulders, guys. All right, you got 3 drives to low going on or some sort of pattern. All right, you got a broadening wedge formation going on. It's going to look something like this if you break the support. And then that's probably going to create a divergence of some sort. All right, if you break the low, it's, yeah, as of right now, all right, if you have one more bad day, it's probably not going to break that trend line right there. All right, you're probably going to put in a divergence, and you have an ascending bottom going on right here, all right? So I do think downside is still limited. I'm just going to be honest here. But bulls, you really don't have confirmation until you can break above this, all right? You need to break above on QQ 374.50. Why? Because that is your golden pocket. It is literally going to be the golden pocket here. We're just going to draw a new one. So if you can break above the 0.786 fib, the top of the golden pocket, then that means you're probably going to have a full retracement. And then guess what? You're going to break out. If you come back up to the golden pocket within, you know, all the way into end of October 27th into the November 3rd expiration, if you do that, that is going to come and break you out of this big bull flag. All right, what would invalidate this? Like I said, all right, you are looking for the 0.786 fib to hold. If you cannot hold it, that is screwed. All right, that is when, hey, that's your last resort. I told you, last ad right here on SPY. That's what I'd be paying attention to. 424, that's the level that absolutely needs to hold. For me, here on this channel, what I'll be talking about is that. QQQ, what's that level? That level is 356. That is the level that needs to hold down there, but preferably for the bulls, 362.95 to make this, or to make this continue being a pretty picture here. Just for the record, we were 100% looking for this pullback after we got up here to this resistance and printed this shooting star candlestick. We did have a hammer above it the next day, but were we really faked out by that? No, we were not. We were still saying this is not a place to go long. You're right here. I would not, unless you're a breakout trader, you didn't even get the breakout. You need the daily close for confirmation there. But guess what, guys? To really be a safe long here, you're gonna risk it down here. That's what I'll say. I'll risk it 10 out of 10 times. These golden pocket trades. I did one right here. All right, guess what, guys? We you know, I'm sure we probably tried one right here. We did it right here. Let me just show you guys the power of the golden pocket real quick. All right, right here. Guess what? We did start going long down here, all right? Fourth, wrong one. All right, SPY over here. Because that is what I was trading up until now. Now QQ has the more bullish setup right here, all right? So we did end up going long down here at support. That is because you broke down over here. This was your heavily traded zone. We went long over here too. We got this pop, probably sold that. Got underneath here. That's when you're bearish all the way down to the next support. Now we did also have this minor support right here. All right, you did end up breaking through that. So we were looking for the next support to come into play level by level, all right? I'm just letting you guys know, support and resistance. That is what I've come to. I'm not just saying use only support and resistance, but I am definitely saying that it will make your TA so much better if you just leave out. I'm not saying take out all the indicators to leave one in. You're going to want one momentum indicator, MACD, RSI, CCI, whatever you choose, stochastic. Stochastic actually nailed this move. I saw this on my Weeble, so this is actually another reason. I was like, okay, we can slow down here. We ran all the way into overbought territory and started across right over here on this hammer. That is not the best look. All right, QQQ has the same exact look. So guys, you know, it wasn't surprising to see this move down. All right. All right. So this is getting to be a 20-minute video. All right. 431.85 did not hold. On QQQ, we need 362.95 to hold. That is where, if you're long, it might be worth it to add to the break and retest level at the 50% retracement right there. And then if you get all the way down here into this golden pocket, that's where your last resort on QQQ, it's down there. All right, last resort on SPY. Last ad you want to be doing on SPY is at 425.43. That was the level right here. Yeah, that was the high of this candlestick, 425.43. Come down to the hourly time frame. Let's just get rid of the golden pocket right there. Let's see. Well, that was your ugly double bottom. So if you really can get all the way back down there, you finally got your break and retest, boys and girls. 4-hour time frame. Doesn't really look too bad. I'm just putting that one out there. All right. Could it turn into a bearish pattern here? Yeah, of course. All right. We could be looking at it this way. You actually can, as of right now, you can actually have this pattern. Let me look at this. But you want to get a bounce because you don't really have anything for this trend line right here. For the bottom of that trend line. You do want to get that bounce. But yeah, guys, we could get the bounce. We could start bouncing relatively soon. Maybe QQ falls a little further down, guys. It's only another dollar. I think it's very likely that we go all the way down there. The RSI, it's going to be oversold. You're probably going to get a dead cat bounce here. 15-minute RSI. You do have a bullish divergence going on right here. All right, let me take off two things. How did I ever used to do this? That's what I'm saying, guys. Just stick to one. It makes it a lot easier. Bullish divergence over here on the 15-minute time frame on QQQ. What about SPY? Also, you still do have a bullish divergence over here on SPY. And what happened? You broke down. And where are we at now, guys? We are literally looking pretty supreme here with yeah, I'd say we're pretty lined up there. All right. If you're going to bounce somewhere around here, maybe it's a little down, maybe it's here. All right. But as long as it's somewhere around here, we could say that this will be a rising wedge. And then guess what, guys? The rising wedge will be a bear flag. Guys, this is picture perfect. Now that I'm looking at this chart, look at this, guys. You have downtrend resistance. All right. What if we do end up, you know, break it down from the rising wedge here, getting pop up here? What if it really gets drawn out? You do something like this. All right. What if it really, maybe, just maybe, and then I don't know, maybe you come all the way down here and then you literally just pop on up here. Like, I don't know, guys, this doesn't look too bad to me. All right. You could play around here a little bit. All right. Bounce off the bottom of it, come up to the top of it. All right. Bounce down here. And then you take another move down here. And then you finally do get the move that, you know, I'm trying to play over here. All right. So that's that. All right, guys. That is that. With that being said, I'll catch y'all in the next one. I'm looking for this, you know, we're looking for these dead cat bounces to start getting VIX down there. That is exactly what I'm looking for. If this move is going to continue down, it can very well. I think it's probably going to continue down at least to 362.95. That's what we said in yesterday's video. That's what we're sticking with. With that being said, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.